Man, here it is, the 2025 Kawasaki Vulcan Custom. Look at this beautiful color. It's got 1 mile on it. I'm fixing to ride it and review it. Stay with me. You don't want to miss this video. The first thing we'll do is reach over to the key over here on the left side, turn it on. This bike is such a simple bike to ride. This would be Harley's competitor, and for half the money at least, I don't know how you could go wrong. Let's get going here. We'll put it in gear. The foot pegs are out in front of you. You can also get the floorboards added to this if that's something you wanted, if you didn't like the foot pegs. Let's get going here. Man, huge thank you to Plano Kawasaki Suzuki that allows me to do all these first ride videos, and all their information is always in the description of all my videos below the video. Man, I tell you what, I remember it was 1999, I'm probably dating myself, but I had a Harley Softail Custom, and man, I paid through the nose for that bike. But anyways, this bike is half the price of that. Same style looking bike. But anyways, let's get into the details, what you want to hear. This bike has a 21-inch front wheel on it, and I believe it's a 80 or 90 series width tire, by 70 by 21. Everything on this bike is so simple. This reminds me of what I love to do, is just get out and ride. We turn the blinker on, your blinker indicator's here, your high beam's there. Here we go, we'll get out there. Oh, always got one coming in, sweet little lady. But man, I tell you what, this bike is what got me into riding, basically. This style bike, no TFTs, none of that crazy stuff. This is a 5-speed motorcycle. It's one, wow, look at that Mercedes. It does have 1 down, 4 up. Oh man, this thing is 615 pounds, I believe, curb weight. This does have a I believe it's a 5.3 gallon fuel tank. This bike gets about 60 miles to the gallon. I can tell you right now, just from getting on it and riding it this little bit, both, it does have disc brakes, front and rear, and it has one headlight that works as the high beam, the low beam. Man, and these are the factory pipes. I'm sure you could take off the cans on the back and make it sound even better. I would probably do that, but I tell you what, it's not bad. The sound is not bad at all, factory. But here's your horn over here. You've got your chrome mirrors, which are plenty adequate. This is what life on motorcycles should be, just unconnected, unoverdone. It's just get on it and ride it. I will tell you that the seat height is 28 inches. This is a belt drive. It is, I believe it's 903 cc's. It makes, I believe, 60 foot-pounds of torque, which if you look at the Harley Davidsons, of course, they're twice the price to start with. And the one that I looked at was 22 grand. I can't remember, but I'll put that picture up. But you could get a Fat Bob that would cut the price down on the Harley to like 16,000, 17,000 instead of 22,000. But man, this bike just is so comfortable. almost sitting almost straight up. Make sure I'm getting this in the viewfinder. Actually, I'm leaning back probably 2 degrees, but man, the handling on it is super nice. The wheelbase is, I believe, 90, not the wheelbase, the total length from the front tire, the very edge of the front tire to the back edge of the back tire is 93 inches, and if that's wrong, I'll put the right number up. And the wheelbase is 65 inches. Seat height, like I said, is 28 inches. And this is not a super light motorcycle, but it is lighter than the Harley Davidson by far. You do have blinkers front and rear, and they are halogen bulbs. I'd probably change those and customize it with LED blinkers. But man, this thing it's going to do everything you need it to do. If you want to just get on the motorcycle, not have a bunch of TFT, traction control modes, ride modes, anything like that. You can see the blinker flash in there. We'll push it into cancel. I'm going to get off up here and walk you around it. This is just a gorgeous motorcycle. You do have mode here, which that'll change it. Mode being trip odometer, 3 miles. This bike has 3 miles on it now. You've got a clock in it. You have your speedometer there. You have a fuel gauge. You have an oil light, like an idiot light. But this bike also appears to be, man, that neutral is so easy to get into. And I want to walk you around and just show you some of the stuff that really makes this bike just work. Put the kickstand down here. Get off of it. The one thing that I love about it, of course, that's just dust down there. We'll wipe that off. It's got a beautiful black engine. It is belt drive. It's got a 180 rear tire, 180/70 by, I believe it's 15. Take you over to this side. You could change out these silencers right here. I'm sure they probably slip off. Then you could put some Vance and Hines Porker pipes on it if you wanted more sound. But listen to this. It doesn't sound bad at all. Let me put this up. If you look at the engine, this one is solid black, and I've already showed you in the pictures that I put on the video of the other two models that are available. This is the custom. They have a classic, and somebody leave a comment. I can't think of the word. Classic LT, I believe, is the other model, and I'll put those pictures back up right now. But you do have these foot pegs right here, and you could unbolt all that and put floorboards if you just wanted floorboards. Look at this beautiful alloy wheel. I love that 21-inch front wheel look. You do have a 310 millimeter, I believe it is, front rotor. You do have a 2-piston caliper there, Tokiko. Very adequate braking. This side here, if you did put the floorboard, you could put a heel toe shifter. And I don't know if some of you old timers know what the old timers will know about it. I know what it is, and it is nice. This bike appears to be air cooled, but it's actually water cooled. So there's your radiator. It's not going to run hot like a Harley. And I'm not trying to knock Harley. I'm just saying Harley's gotten too proud of their product, and that's why their sales have took a huge dip. This is actually like a Softail Harley frame, exact same setup, floating rear swing arm. Here's your passenger pegs. It does have that beautiful like graphite gray frame color. This is a 900. I hope you can see that right there. Get over here, see, make sure you can see that. It is kind of quiet because it's all black, but there is a 900 there. And then you do have your lockable gas cap right there. And man, just simple, beautiful bike. I mean, look at this thing in the light. This red, it really, I'm sure the video probably doesn't do it any respect. But look at this. I would probably put a black on that rear cover there. For the belt drive, I'd probably put a black one on it. I'd probably put that black cover on it, pull these reflectors off. You leave a message on what you would do to it. But man, I tell you what, it's pretty perfect the way it is. So, and I'll put the price of this bike up there. This is a 2025 hydraulic front brake, hydraulic rear brake. Everything's cable actuated. Super simple, stupid simple. That's what I call it. But look at this bike, man. It's gorgeous. I'd probably, like I said, I'd change these LED lights and go, or change the halogen lights. I'll turn one of those on for you and probably make them into LED. They sell a ton of stuff for these. But man, what a beautiful bike. Let's get back on it. We're going to take it for a quick little goose down the service road. But make sure you're subscribed. Make sure if you get something from this or you know something that I'm not telling you about. It is a twin cylinder. And it has huge, massive throttle bodies, one for each cylinder. Of course, the choke is automatic, it being a fuel-injected bike. They make several different seats. And I don't know if you've seen that seat. This one is actually like two different fabrics. And it is very attractive. Man, that clutch let out is perfect. Oh, whoa. Well, I tell you what, in Dallas, you got to be watching your P's and Q's. But get out of here. This thing's got plenty of snap. We're going to jump out here, and I'll show you. I mean, that's just second gear, and we're not revving it to the moon. This thing is very, very capable on the highway. And it does have some vibration, which I think they engineered that vibration into it, so it would give you that muscular Harley feel. But this is this is quite a package. This ain't no Harley. This is better for half the money. You do have these drag bars. The headlight is black, if you can see that. Turn my blinker off, right? But man, what a just a super comfortable bike. You could ride this bike for 2 days straight. I mean, there is not a comfort issue whatsoever. Watching my mirrors there, make sure this guy don't run me over. But man, Plano Kawasaki is one of the biggest dealers in the United States. Kawasaki, Suzuki, Aprilia, Vespa, Moto Guzzi. They've got all these 25s in stock. So make sure you give them a ring. And what a super year. We've got more 25s coming. I've got a whole playlist with probably 6 to 10 of the 25s. We're going to ride the 650 Vulcan next probably. But man, thank y'all for riding with me. I'm going to turn this thing off. And thank you for riding with me. Make sure you're subscribed. If you got something from this, like the video, and we'll see you on the next one.